Jack Unterweger. Jack Unterweger, an Austrian serial killer, lived a life that reads like a dark thriller, one filled with deception, murder, and a twisted form of redemption that never truly existed. Born on August 16, 1950, in Judenburg, Austria, Unterweger's life was troubled from the start. Abandoned by his mother, a Viennese barmaid who was frequently in trouble with the law, Unterweger was raised by his grandfather, who was known for his violent and criminal tendencies. This unstable upbringing laid the groundwork for Unterweger's future as one of Austria's most notorious murderers. A life of crime. Unterweger's criminal career began early. By the time he was a teenager, he was already involved in petty theft and other minor crimes. His life took a darker turn in 1974 when he was convicted of the brutal murder of 18-year-old German citizen Margret Schäfer. He strangled her with her own bra, a signature that would later become disturbingly familiar. Sentenced to life in prison, Unterweger used his time behind bars to reinvent himself. He began writing plays, short stories, and an autobiography titled Purgatory that received critical acclaim. Unterweger became the poster child for rehabilitation, and his writings were seen as proof that he had reformed. Thanks to the support of the Austrian literary community, including prominent intellectuals and authors, Unterweger was released on parole in 1990 after serving only 15 years of his life sentence. His release was celebrated as a triumph of the penal system, and Unterweger was hailed as a reformed man, a shining example of the power of redemption. The murders resume. However, this redemption was nothing more than a facade. Almost immediately after his release, Unterweger resumed his murderous ways, targeting sex workers in Austria, Germany, Czechoslovakia, and even the United States. His method remained the same: he would strangle his victims with their own bras, leaving them in positions meant to mock the police and the public who had once believed in his transformation. Unterweger's return to murder was made all the more chilling by the fact that he was now living a double life. He worked as a journalist and even reported on his own crimes, traveling to Los Angeles to write about the red light district and the police response to serial killings. His ability to deceive those around him, including law enforcement, was a testament to his manipulative and psychopathic nature. Capture and trial. Jack Unterweger's killing spree came to an end in 1992 when Austrian authorities, working in conjunction with the FBI, arrested him in Miami, Florida. He was extradited to Austria, where he stood trial for 11 murders, though the true number of his victims may never be known. The trial was a media sensation, with the public and press captivated by the fall of a man who had once been celebrated as a model of rehabilitation. In 1994, Unterweger was found guilty of 9 murders and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. However, on the night of his sentencing, Unterweger hanged himself in his cell using a rope made from shoelaces and the cord of his prison uniform, in a final act of control over his fate. Legacy. Jack Unterweger's story is one of the most tragic and horrifying examples of a system manipulated by a skilled and calculating killer. His case raises important questions about the nature of rehabilitation and the potential dangers of allowing criminals, especially those with psychopathic tendencies, to re-enter society. Unterweger's ability to deceive those around him, including intellectuals, the public, and law enforcement, remains a chilling reminder of the complexities involved in understanding and dealing with violent offenders. His legacy continues to be a subject of study and fascination, as criminologists, psychologists, and true crime enthusiasts try to understand the mind of a man who could so easily convince the world of his transformation, only to reveal himself as a remorseless killer. Jack Unterweger's life and crimes serve as a stark warning about the dangers of underestimating the capacity for evil that can exist within even the most seemingly reformed individuals.